Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Gauranita Gauranita Jaya Gauranita. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande Jam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parirajika Stotra Shata Srimad Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvinde Si Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parirajika Stotra Shata Srimad Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Itai Gaur Premanande. All glories assemble devotees. All glories assemble devotees. All glories, Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada Ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Hare Krishna everyone. Welcome to the Bhagavatam class this morning. We are reading from 11th canto, 6th chapter, text 5. Okay, please repeat. Tasyaham viprajamananam samvridhyam maharshadibhi vichingshita viprasikshaksha krishnam adbhuta darshanam tasyaham vibrajamanyanam samvradhyanam mahadarshabhi vichakshita vipritaksha krishnam adbhuta darshanam tasyaham vibrajamanyanam samradhyanam maharshadibhi vichakshashad vipritaksha krishnam adbhuta darshanam. Please chant. Tasyaham vibrajamanayam samvridhayam harshibhi vitakshata vipratakshakshat krishnam adbhuta darshanam. Tasyaham vibrajamanayam samvridhayam harshibhi vipakshata vipratakshata krishnam adbhuta darshanam. Thank you very much. Word to word meaning. Tasyaham, in that Dwaraka, vibrajamanyanam, resplendent, samvridhamayam, very rich, maharishabdhihi, with great opulence, vichakshataha, they saw, aviprita, unsatisfied, achaksha, whose eyes, krishnam, Lord Krishna, adbhuta darshanam, wonderful to behold. Translation and purport. There is no purport. Translation by disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In that resplendent city of Dwaraka, rich with all superior opulence, the demigods beheld with unsatisfied eyes the wonderful form of Sri Krishna. So this doesn't have purport. We'll go to text 6 and 7. Okay, text 6 translation. The demigods covered the Supreme Lord of the universe with the flower garlands brought from the gardens of heaven. Then they praised him, the best of the Yadu dynasty, with the statements containing charming words and ideas. Text 7. The demigods began to speak. Our dear Lord, advanced mystic yogis striving for liberation from the serve of severe bondage of the material work, meditate with a great devotion upon your lotus feet within their hearts. dedicating our intelligence, senses, vital air, mind, power of speech to worship. We demigod bow down at your lotus feet. Purport. According to Srila Sridhar Swami, the word sama in these words indicates vismaya, astonished. The demigods were astonished that although the great mystic yogis are only able to contemplate the lotus feet of Lord within their hearts, the demigods arriving in the city of Dwaraka were able to see before him the entire body of the personality, supreme personality of Godhead. Therefore, the powerful demigod fell down like a stick before the Lord. Such full obeisances called dandavat, like a stick, are described as follows: Rubhabhyam, Pradhabhyam, Jaunabhyam, Urusa Sarira Darsaha, Manasa Vichantatseti, Paramo Ashtanga Ritahi. The obeisances offered with the 8 limbs are made with the 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 knees, the chest, the head, the eyes, the mind, and the power of speech. The currents of the material nature are very powerful, and one should therefore tying tightly to the lotus feet of the Lord. Otherwise, the violent waves of sense gratification and mental speculation will undoubtedly sweep one away from one's eternal constitutional position as a loving servant of the Supreme Lord, and one will then fall down into the stringent bondage described here as Urupashat, a powerful illusionary network. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Utapada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamsya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagalita Sri Vishakamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhasya Kripa Sindhubhaya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. So today we're gonna discuss on the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this verse is especially when demigods saw the Lord's lotus feet, they were astonished, and they started praising, and they started offering the prayers, and they were so then they were so much attracted towards lotus feet. Interestingly, in this material nature, when you attract to somebody, for example, a boy is getting attracted to girl is getting attracted to boy, first they see the face and they glorify the face. Your face is like a moon, and your words is like a cuckoo birds, and they praise so much, but nobody praises the lotus feet. Of course, that's not lotus feet. A boy see a girl before. Of course, when when he contemplates, okay, when girl is coming, he may hear the ankle sound, but after that, nobody praises the lotus feet. Nobody praises the feet, sorry. And they only praise their face, bodily the personality, and her voice, and her talent. And here, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, when the demigods saw, they started praising lotus feet first. And then gradually they go to the face. Even when we take darshan of the Lord, we just praise the lotus feet. We see the lotus feet. And then gradually we rise up to the face. So, Krishna's lotus feet are so attractive, even he himself couldn't able to resist. We saw the pastime of Markandeya Rishi when he asked, can you show your form Maya? So he was suddenly taken into the ocean and he saw the Lord Krishna in the banyan leaf sucking his toe. So he was so attracted by that form. And Krishna also thinks that what is there in my lotus feet? Everybody is praising. All the devotees are getting attracted to the lotus feet. So he himself was interested in the lotus feet. And in the Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 15th chapter, 43 verse, I'm sure you all be knowing, Tasyam Aravinda Nayanasya Padaravindam. So this verse, when 4 Kumaras, they go to the Vaikuntha planet, and when they getting into argument or when they encounter the Jai Vijay, and Krishna immediately inside the Vishnu, immediately he comes to know what is happening outside. So at that time, usually when a king comes out of his palace, he doesn't come alone, comes with a army or ministers, and with his palanquin he comes with shoes. But here he could understand these 4 personalities, sages, they are interested in his lotus feet. So immediately without shoes he comes like that. And let me read the purport. This is from 3rd canto, 15th chapter, 43 verse. When the breezings carrying the aroma of the tulsi leaves from the toe of the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead enter the nostrils of those sages, they experience the change both in the body and in mind, even though they were attached to the impersonal Brahman understanding. Purport. It appears from this verse that the 4 Kumaras were impersonalists and protagonists of the philosophy of monoism, becoming one with the Lord. But as soon as they saw the Lord's feature, their mind changed. In the other words, the impersonalist who feels the transcendental pleasure is striving to become one with the Lord is defeated when he sees the beautiful transcendental features of the Lord. Because of the fragrance of his lotus feet carried by the air and mixed with the aroma of tulsi, their mind changed. Instead of becoming one with the Supreme Lord, they thought it is wise to become a devotee. Becoming a servator of the lotus feet of the Lord is better than becoming the one with the Lord. So, when they saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they took the darshan of the face, and again they saw the lotus feet, but they were confusing. They're getting confused. Should we see lotus feet or should we see his face? Because they're getting attracted. In the normal, in material world, if I want to praise somebody, I just start with, oh, you're wearing nice jacket, nice, tie or nice pant. But I never mention the lotus feet. I never mention the feet. But here, they were getting confused, these sages. Should we get attracted to lotus feet or should we get attracted to the face? So that's the bodily features of the Lord. Each and every limb of the body is so attractive. That's why it's called all attractive. They couldn't able to take off their eyes from any body limb. Just like in the Ramayana, means mentioned, Rama's Lord Rama's personality was so attractive, you cannot find a single defect in that, in his personality. Every limb, every body limb, every part of the body is perfect. It is such that once you get attracted, for example, if you are seeing the lotus feet, you cannot take off your eyes from there. You're just so attracted, you can start glorifying. And there are so many things to glorify the Lord, but you get attracted to the particular part of the body, and it is so attractive. That's why Krishna is being all attractive. So why his lotus feet are particularly all attractive? The where this beautiful aroma is coming, when the tulsi is left, sorry, tulsi is when the chandan tulsi is mixed, and when it is get in touch with the lotus feet, from that aroma is very attractive. So these four Kumaras, first they were arguing with the Jai Vijay, and Krishna understood these four Kumaras have come, and he wants to protect his devotees, and at the same time he wants to give darshan. So he immediately ran from his inner chamber to give a darshan to the four Kumaras. Then the four Kumaras, they were impersonalists, and they believe in monoism. And when they got attracted, so um, when they smell the fragrance from his lotus feet, immediately their mind is changed, because right from their birth they were very steady, and they were very focused, and there were not there in the mind there was not hesitation as happening. But as soon as they smell the fragrance from his lotus feet, immediately their mind is changed. Impersonalist become personalist, and they, instead of becoming one with the Lord, they become the devotee of the Lord. So this is the greatness. And one may say, how we can get access to the lotus feet? We cannot go, everybody cannot go and touch the lotus feet on the altar. And it is not every time when we get mood, or when we want to get the darshan of the Lord. We just see the darshan, but we will not allow to touch, of course, except pujaris. But each and every one of us, not only were in the devotees, everybody in this material world can get access to the lotus feet. As we know, first two cantos of Bhagavatam are compared to the lotus feet of Krishna. Correct. So when you know first two cantos of the Bhagavatam, then you are constantly touched with the lotus feet. There's like when I think one sannyasi, I don't remember his name. So he went to the like he was giving Bhagavatam class, and he was saying that what is the first in first canto, how many chapters are there? What are the chapters' name? They couldn't able to answer. Okay, second chapter, what are the contents? What is the theme? They couldn't able to answer. Then that sannyasi, that Maharaj, he says that if Krishna happened to come here, so first thing is you see the lotus feet of Krishna, then how you praise him. So that's what, when we know the somebody personality, you should know in details. When you love somebody, you love not externally, you know just what he likes and what he does not likes. You know in detail. The knowing the details of somebody's habits and somebody's needs and concerns is sign of love. Just like a girl does not fall in love with boy does not fall in love with girl just by externals. Oh, you look so attractive, so beautiful. But at the same time, what happens is that he knows which colors that girl likes. and girl also know which colors the boy likes, and the details of all that. So when Krishna is uh, the Supreme Lord is all attractive, just by saying is not good. We should understand in details why is all attractive. We should ask the question, because when we ask questions, then answers can be discovered by ourselves. That's how we all came into Krishna consciousness, correct? In the material world, we had so many questions. Why everybody has to go through the cycle of this? Okay, getting educated, or getting job, and getting married, and after some years, and make a plan for retirement after children's marriage. So why everybody has to go this cycle? Is there any way we can break this cycle? Is there any way we can think out of the box? That questions brought you here in an association of devotees, in association of Srimad Bhagavatam, in association of the great saintly persons. So we should ask why Krishna is all attractive, why his holy name is all attractive, what makes his attractive. So when we ask questions to ourselves, then that Atato Brahma Jigyasa starts. When you ask questions, everybody is getting attracted. Why Haridas Thakur is only chanting 192 rounds? Why cannot we? We cannot imitate Haridas Thakur at the same time. Why can't we chant more rounds? What is happening? So in that, when you ask questions for yourself, then automatically we'll find answers. It's not that there's no answer. The world is full of answers and questions. Each question has an answer. So problem is that once we get into the mode of autopilot, okay, do the things as the same thing. But when you get into autopilot mode, without pilot, okay, we will do the necessary things, but it'll have some effect. But at the same time, you will not have an enthusiasm. So when you have enthusiasm, just like these four Kumaras, they were, when you see the picture in BBT Bhagavatam, all the four Kumaras are surrounding the lotus feet. They are seeing what is there here and where the smell is coming. So when we are also searching for our goal of life, and when we are searching why we are not finding taste, when we are searching why it is not attractive, for me, then we will find the answers for that one by one. So as soon as the Lord's features are so attractive, even persons who doesn't know the form of Krishna, who doesn't know he is a god, and just like there's one person who came to India to inspect, just to visit India, and he was visiting various temples, and in each temple a deity is doing something, like Lord Ganesha is doing something, and Mother Parvati is doing something, Lord Shiva is doing something. Of course, we don't have Lord Brahma's deity, and Lord Shiva is doing meditation, but only the Krishna is happily playing the flute. And he confirmed that he is the Supreme Lord. Because the person who is not doing anything, but at the same time he is doing everything, and without any effort, that he is the Supreme Lord. So this can be understood even person who is not a non-devotee. And even in this world, material world, we see the persons who are very intelligent, they don't do any work. They just make others work for them. Just like big companies, we see Elon Musk. He doesn't go to the everyday office and do something and invent something. And he just goes, maybe he signs electronically, signing and everything he's just done. And he motivates, that's it. Because he has got intelligence to engage thousands of employees to work for him. Similarly, Krishna, even though he doesn't do anything, his expansions, Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and further expansion, preliminary expansions, they take care of their duties. Krishna is always happily smiling, playing the flute. And to be always happy is also challenging in this material world. Correct? Even though you got everything, you may be always wanting something. Just like there was one poem, I'm sure you must have heard. By nature, man is a fool. When it is hot, he wants cool. When it is cool, he wants hot. Always wanting which is not. So, when you got everything in this material world, but still your mind is not satisfied. But as soon as this air, fragrance air carried away, mixed with the tulsi aroma, their mind completely changed. No? So, even the today's world, there's like so many things that you, as soon as you see something, your mind start processing. For example, if as soon as you start seeing laptop, your mind start processing, because it's the nature of the mind. Okay, how can I use this laptop? Okay, I will use my PPT, I use my this thing, I use for my project, I use for doing some work, or I use for just watching movies. As soon as you see any particular thing in this material world, your mind starts processing. So when you see that mind is so strong, so stubborn, but as soon as you hear the words, transcendental vibrations, Harinam and Bhagavatam scriptures, your mind gets slowly and steadily becomes calms down, because inside the mind there's so much bargain, loud voice. There's a good dog, bad dog, you must have heard. The bad dog is always barking, blah 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 blah. Good dog sometimes bloop 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 bloop. But the more you feed bad dog, the more it voice rises. Though the more you feed good dog, the good dog will rise his voice. But how do you feed good dog? By Shravanam Kirtanam, by words. Even though it becomes a routine work, but still it has got a potency to attract. Just like these four Kumaras, got attracted just by aroma. Even the air, in the mind also, like when you breathe something, just like when as soon as you come walk in the temple, the what you call incense aroma, when somebody breathes, so immediately his attention got wrapped. He sees, oh, there's some beautiful atmosphere here. So many people who are beginning to the Krishna consciousness, they get attracted with this fragrance of incense. Correct. First they get attracted. Oh wow, which brand is this incense is, and they go to the gift shop. They will buy, and with that they will come. They ask questions, and slowly they come in touch with the devotees, and they change their lifestyle. So here also lotus feet of the Lord, very very attractive, and in many verses the glorification of the lotus feet has been told, and we see that this lotus feet of Krishna, is so attractive, and these demigods, and they brought the garland from heavenly, and they praised him, and they with the charming words, and here the one point, the opulence of the Dwaraka is mentioned, and their eyes were unsatisfied. Their eyes were so restless by seeing the Lord. Then they offer their obeisances. Just like Dandavat, we say, please, Dandavat Pranam. Their body, everything, fell down, and just like a stick, and their obeisance is offered with the 8 limbs. Dandavat is given here deep meaning. 8 limbs are made with 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 knees, chest, head, eyes, mind, and power of speech. So what happens, the people who does not bow down to the Supreme Lord, bow down to the acharyas. They think that, oh, why we should bow down? What is the greatness? What is the this thing? What will happen is material nature will make them bow down, because when as the body becomes older, automatically they become bent, correct? And they are they couldn't able to stand, just like if you are not surrendering to the Krishna, you have to surrender to Maya. There is no other way in between. So similarly, if you are not bowing down to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the deity or acharyas, senior devotees, then naturally material nature makes you bow down. How means in that aspect, I would like to give an example. Like we have seen our grandfathers, great great grandfathers, they were steady, they were standing still straight at the age of 80s, 86, 90s. Why? Because they have bowed down to all the great devotees of the Lord, Vaishnavacharyas, deities before them. Whenever they see, immediately they were bowing down. That's why Krishna stood behind them, make them study. They used to do all their work by themselves, and they used to never take help from others, because they were bowing down to the great saintly persons, acharyas, sannyasis. Since you are bowing down to that personalities, bowing down to the deity of the Lord, that's why Krishna make them study. Even we see that recently, not recently, maybe a few years ago, there was one sannyasi in Udupi Mutt. He recently departed. I don't remember his name. Pejavar Swami, correct. So we never saw him bending, like he was steady. He was always not bowing down with a stick and walking. Of course, who are walking with a stick, I'm not saying they're bad. Without stick, he was bowing down, because he used to worship the deity of the Lord right from his teenage, right from his, I think 8 years or 16 years, I don't remember. From that time, he was bowing down to the Lord. So that is the Krishna's mercy. Krishna's, he's glorifying his devotees, because Krishna wants to take worship from him. That's why he did not, he was not harmed, or he was not, any body part was not damaged. We see so many people nowadays, just by sitting for a while, suddenly they get some paralysis, heart attack. But if Krishna likes somebody's worship, and if Krishna likes his way of doing deity worship, his way of doing, what do you call, archana, or doing all the things, he will make him study for his lifelong, because Krishna likes him. That's why we should always pray, Krishna, please make my body study, so that I can use my body in your service. So when you are making yourself servant of the servant of the servant, then Krishna does not see, he makes sure that your body, your limbs are always perfect, so that you can engage in his service. So that sannyasi was right from his birth onwards, he was never missed anything. Even we see Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, wherever we go, and whether you go to Mayapur, whether you go to the Vrindavan, he was a person who was doing first Aarti, Mangal Aarti. And there was one video was released, I think you all must know, even in his sleeping, he was doing Aarti like this. So if Krishna likes somebody, his worship, his mood, immediately he makes them study, because he likes this. That's why when we are doing deity worship, we should do with the awe and reverence, with the respect, at least in initial days, so that Krishna protects our body. So Here, the Dandavat is when you are bowing down with all your limbs, 8 limbs. So then Lord is pleased because you are offering obeisances. When you offer obeisances, that means you are surrendering everything, your mind, body, and speech to the person who is bowing down. It is by psychologically, just if you want to try it out, you just offer half obeisances, or just like bowing down your head, or just like some people will see, okay, Hare Krishna, like so in that you don't get a mood of prayers. You know, when you try to offer obeisances fully, naturally your mind bends down, and naturally the prayerful mood comes. Just like another example, you know, if a person is carrying 50 lbs on his head, on his neck, what happens automatically? He had his neck and his body bows down. You know, it bends because of the weight. You know, if he does not have weight, he just stays straight and sits straight. Correct. So we should also get the message of the Lord in our mind and body, so that with the weight of that body, naturally, whenever we see the deity of the Lord, Dandavat Pranam, it comes because there's a weight and there's a message and there is a so much information about the Supreme Lord. When you heard, when you read, when you chanted, then your head weight will become down. Then naturally you bow down to the Supreme Lord or devotees of the Lord, because you know who is devotees and who is Supreme Lord, and you understand that message is there and that information is there. That information makes you bow down. Just like when you have a heavy weight on your neck, so it's just like that. So when that is the offering obeisances with the 8 limbs. So that's why when we are, that's why he says that regularly hearing, chanting, and hearing the glories of the Lord is most essential. That's why in a 9 process of devotional service, Shravanam is the most top priority. Now, when you hear sufficiently, you do all the other limbs of devotional service perfectly. Otherwise, when you don't hear, how can you get attracted? Just like Rukmini said, I was hearing so many glories of the Supreme Lord. That's why I want to get married him. Correct? So when you hear the so many things, then only you get attracted. Even though in a material sense also, if you want to get to know more about that so and so person, XYZ person, he's done a great job. For example, founder of Apple or founder of any company, you get attracted. So first you get attracted with his opulence, what he has done. Then you get to know, what is his lifestyle, what he eats, what he does, and what is the way of he works, and how he talks. You get to know more interest, and the more you hear, and then slowly you get into attraction. So similarly, we get here the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita regularly. That's what Srila Prabhupada said. Every day must read. My students must read every day 2 hours. Then you get into the attraction. Otherwise, this Dandavat Pranam is not gonna happen, because as soon as you see the deity, okay, we saw the deity, and we obeisances. No, we should have the knowledge, then we offer obeisances. Just like as soon as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw the Jagannath Puri, Lord Jagannath immediately fell down. And how? Because he knows. And Jaranivas Prabhu or Pankajangi Prabhu says the same thing. As soon as you see the deity, you should faint. But that is not now we are present stage. That's right, like we hear more glorification of the Lord, then we will get understand it. Then this, otherwise the violent waves of sense gratification and mental speculation will undoubtedly sweep away one from the eternal constitution position as a loving servant of the Supreme Lord. Then one will fall down into the stringent bondage described here as Uru Prasad, a very powerful illusion energy network. So internet and work. So it will start working as okay. I guess I can stop here. Any questions, comments?
Thank you for your class, Prabhuji. Obviously, my thought is that devotional service is not like black and white, so there's some color in between, different hues. So what is maybe some thoughts you would have about like getting more taste, increasing your taste? What are some thoughts you could...
Spontaneous increases?
Just getting more taste for the Lord, more taste for devotional service, to increase the taste.
See, I'll give an example. When you're fasting 2-3 days, fasting, not just like when you're fasting 2-3 days continuously, you feel so much impetus to eat something, hungry, correct? Otherwise, when you're having regular diet and every day to day, then you don't feel enthusiastic to eat, correct? But when you hear something, okay, this is made, and also today we made so and so, and today we made so and so pancakes or cupcakes or granola, whatever, then you feel impetus to eat, correct? So what is happening is that at present stage, just like we should, if you want to perform your devotional service enthusiastically and spontaneously, just like we should understand what body needs or body doesn't need. If I give something to eat and you don't feel enthusiastic to eat, correct? So we should understand what are the needs of the soul. So we should create hunger for the soul. To create hunger for the soul, then only it creates, it needs Shravanam, Kirtanam, doing spontaneous devotional service. Then question comes, how to create the hunger for the soul? Because every day we're chanting, reading, and we are not feeling enthusiasm, and we are not having spontaneous things. Because see, as a body needs are different, because my body needs are something, your body needs are something. What I am accepting, you cannot accept those things. What you are accepting, I cannot accept those things. So what is happening is that different personalities need different needs. So to create a hunger for the soul, what we have to do is that the more you hear Shravanam Kirtanam, the more you hear, the soul feels hunger for the chanting. Soul feels hunger for the doing devotional service. Because present state, what is happening is that we are not creating hunger for the soul. We are giving something, okay, chanting, but sufficiently not hearing. Things, it doesn't have to be, take Bhagavatam, it doesn't have to be, for example, okay, I like 6th canto. I just pick up that 6th canto regularly, I read it. Oh no, I should go to 1st canto, 2nd canto, 3rd canto. Of course, if you can go, that is better, that is good. Okay, I like the pastime of Kaliya. I just pick it up and read it. That is spontaneous. So then only the love of Godhead will awaken. Each person has different needs, as I told, bodily needs and bodily food. So each soul has a connection with the Supreme Lord. Each soul has a relationship with the Supreme Lord, particular one relationship. Like Arjuna has friendship relationship, Yashoda has a parental relationship. So each person has different relationship. We also have a relationship which is eternal. It is not now we are manufacturing. So to do that, to discover that relationship, whatever the pastime you like it, you just pick it up and read it. Then your enthusiasm comes. Then your impetus to chant more. It's not like, okay, only in the morning we should offer, oh, samsara dava nananita loka, okay, then we never see the darshan of the Lord. No. It's not like that. Whenever you get a time, just come in front of the deity and offer your prayers. It's not only in the morning, Samsara Dava, Guru Puja, and Gaurarati done. We never see the deity, no. That is a Vandanam. Vandanam can be done anytime. It is okay. We have a particular time so that we can get a discipline, Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, regulative principle. We are not at the stage of spontaneous. So to get to spontaneous, this sadhana is required. So when you have a time, you just pick up a verse, whichever you like it. For example, today I just pick up this verse. How to, we think that why we should glorify the Lord, and what is the necessary. We just pick up this verse, whatever these four Kumaras has praised, then you pick up that verse and you just meditate on those verse. And when you meditate on the verse and you come in front of the Lord, glorify that verse. Say about that, oh Mara, this is when you keep, there is a Bhagavatam. It's not like a boring or a monotologist story. It is attractive for all the living entities, even the animals. We see so many examples. There's like we can pick up the story of Gajendra Moksha, how crocodile was attacked elephant, or you can pick up the creation, which is sometimes fascinating. Oh, whole world, as one lecture I was hearing, Srila Prabhupada was mentioning this. There are big gigantic universes, floating in this cosmic energy, even moon, sun, everything. Then how do you think this energy have come from? Where do you get the energy? And just like if I want to float this kartal in the air, I cannot do that. But imagine big gigantic universes are floating in the air. Who is thinking? Sometimes it is fascinating. And if you want to get the taste for the holy name, read 6th canto Ajamil pastime. Ajamil pastime, Yeah, that read 6th canto Ajamil pastime. It's not okay systematically, go one by one. So what I'm saying is that within the guidelines, within the rules and regulations, you should know how to break it. Of course, if we are not getting taste for the chanting name, no, we cannot give up. At least there is minimum 16 rounds. So we should think how I can chant 16 rounds attentively. That's why in the beginning I said, Atato Brahma Jigyasa. That Atato Brahma Jigyasa. You should ask questions for yourself, then answers will come. In the Gurukula, in the age like Krishna's, like in the previous ages, Gurukulas, when kids were sent, teachers were not giving all the answers. Teachers were giving challenges to each student. Because if you find an answer, that answer is for eternally for you only. It remains for you. So you should know within the boundaries of Krishna consciousness how I can break it. How I can make my devotional life enthusiasm. Then that will do it. But don't think that how I can break 4 regulative principles. Don't think that how I can do these things. But within the, like for example, if you are doing a deity worship, or if you are doing temple cleaning, or if you are doing something, within that how I can do creative, so that it feel interesting for you. Just like I'm making fruits offering, today I make A, B, C, D fruits. Tomorrow I can make another fruit. Or how I can cut fruits, it looks attractive. So that's why Srila Prabhupada says, you should tax your mind to preach Krishna consciousness and to preach yourself. First to preach yourself and preach others. Janma sardhaka kare, karo paropakar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Janma sardhaka kare, first cleanse yourself. And if you are chanting, and if you are doing devotional service with the morose and boring and monotone and not interestingly, when somebody sees you and look at you, and if he feels, oh, he himself is so disturbed and boring, how can I take Krishna consciousness? How can I chant? And if you are playing guitar with a morose and boringly, then is there anybody you can inspire him to play guitar? No, you should feel when you're playing inspired guitar. Then only other person takes up. That's why when you are enjoying, when you are feeling enthusiasm, devotional service, then only you can able to preach others. If you yourself you are doing kirtan which is not enthusiasm, then nobody will see. Everybody will see as a, you know, observer. You know, just like we see soccer game, many people will see and few people will be playing. We just see. We don't want to become audience. We just want to become inspirer for others. Now you should do something where it inspires you. That when you are doing enthusiasmly kirtan or doing anything, then that will automatically, you don't have to preach. They themselves get attracted what you are doing. You may be doing just insignificant work, uh, cleaning the toilet or cleaning the floor, but while the way which you are doing, people get inspired that. Correct. There's many stories, that people got attracted by doing simple things. One example I'll give you and stop. Jayanand Swami. He was carving the cart, Rathayatra cart, and the way he was carving, the way dedication he has, person asks, "Can I help you?" Then immediately he starts engaging with, constructing the cart, and he become a devotee. That's why whenever we are doing Utsaha Nichaya Dhairyat, they should do with the interestingly and at the same time enthusiasm for yourself, not for others. Oh no, not for pleasing temple commander or this thing. Chanting or hearing or reading or kirtan or doing any service, do it in a enthusiasm, but within the boundaries, not outside. Oh no, Krishna said something like this: I will do outside the boundaries. I will play music and do cleaning. No, you play kirtan and do cleaning. That's all. I hope this gets you. Okay. Thank you so much. Granthara Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande.